Raheem Sterling's future at Chelsea is still uncertain, with the winger unlikely to have a place at Stamford Bridge in the coming months unless he sorts out a move away from the club. Sky Sports reporter Dharmesh Sheth has now exclusively told GIVEMESPORT that the former England star could be in Manchester United's sights, stating that United are considering a move for the Blues star despite Jadon Sancho looking to be on his way out. Sancho has not played a league game for United in over a year and has been touted with a move away from Old Trafford throughout the window, before reports emerged earlier in the month that Sterling would be on his way out of Chelsea, with Enzo Maresca having dropped him for their Premier League curtain raiser against Manchester City. Sterling has no future at Chelsea and Man Utd may swoop. The winger has been told he isn't in Maresca's plans. Chelsea winger Raheem Sterling in action. The Italian boss confirmed his decision by stating that the former Liverpool star and Ben Chilwell would struggle for minutes under his guidance, having just signed Pedro Neto to go with the brilliance of Cole Palmer and the resurgence of Noni Madueke. That has seen a host of clubs linked to Sterling, including Aston Villa and Crystal Palace, though with Chelsea reportedly wanting to sign Sancho, the Blues star was quickly linked with United in a potential swap deal for the duo. Sterling now has just over 24 hours to find a new club, and with United supposedly holding an interest, the notion of a move to Old Trafford may not be too far-fetched. Sheth. United, considering Sterling move. The winger could find his way back north. Speaking exclusively to GIVEMESPORT, Sheth stated that United are considering a move for Sterling despite United barely needing wide attacking options for the rest of the season, with the Red Devils able to cope without a replacement if they do get rid of Sancho. He said, "Manchester United is clearly going to be one of those options. Now this has come more from the Chelsea end, because they are offering Sterling to United. Now, United, make no mistake about it, if Sancho was to go, they don't actually need to replace Sancho. They feel they've got enough quality and quantity in the forward lines to be able to deal with the Sancho departure. However, the idea of Sterling is something that they are considering, but they still maintain that the Sterling issue is a Chelsea issue, so they would be willing to allow Sancho to leave regardless of whether Raheem Sterling was to come to Manchester United or not. Sterling would be an inspired signing for United. The winger still has the credentials to excel in the league. Sterling would be a superb signing for United, if only for his experience and attacking output. It's yet to be seen how he will be received at Old Trafford given his exploits for City and Liverpool throughout his career, but Sterling is without doubt a great option for any top-flight side. His 123 goals in 379 Premier League appearances are of great importance, and at the age of just 29, he still has more than enough to give in the world's best league, and if he can stay ahead of Antony and Amad Diallo in the pecking order, it will have been a loan worth completing, especially when you consider he has been dubbed unplayable only last season by Sky Sports pundit and former Arsenal star Paul Merson. Manchester United still have transfer business to do, with the clock ticking down on transfer deadline day. The Red Devils have until 11 p.m. tonight to tie up any last-minute deals, and there is work to be done. Old Trafford Chiefs are hopeful Manuel Ugarte will be registered in time to face Liverpool this weekend, while Raheem Sterling could yet arrive from Chelsea. The Blues winger sees his future tied to that of Jadon Sancho, who is expected to leave. The former Borussia Dortmund star could make the move to West London, with Sterling heading in the opposite direction, or be loaned to Serie A side Juventus. Scott McTominay is already in Italy as Napoli look finalize his £25 million move, and United could yet field offers for the likes of Christian Eriksen. Mirror Football looks at the transfer news currently surrounding the club. Sancho decision awaits. Jadon Sancho appears unlikely to remain at Old Trafford, with Chelsea and Juventus proving to be possible destinations in recent days. The winger's future, however, is linked to that of Blues star Raheem Sterling, with United Chiefs deliberating over what the 29-year-old could offer in a swap deal. Transfer guru Fabrizio Romano has suggested the ball is currently in United's court over Sancho's destination, and internal discussions are taking place over the benefits of signing Sterling from Chelsea. Now it's on United, so United internally are discussing Sterling, what Ten Hag thinks, what the board thinks, what Ineos people think, said Romano. So internal discussion at Manchester United are about the Raheem Sterling swap deal topic for Jadon Sancho. Then at the same time, there is a club in concrete negotiations for Jadon Sancho, and that club is Juventus. For Sancho's part, the winger is said to be open to either club. The Italian added, "My information at this time is that Sancho is open to both moves. Chelsea because Chelsea has always been attractive to Jadon Sancho, also in the past. And also Juventus because Juve presented him an ambitious project. Manchester United agree loan." Recent days have seen a great deal of emphasis on United's first-team picture, but the Red Devils will also look to ensure their younger stars can continue their development through the loan market. Reports suggest that Reece Bennett has agreed a season-long loan to Fleetwood Town after spending the second half of last season on loan at Stockport County. Bennett will hope for a more productive move away on this occasion after making just one appearance for the League Two club during his stay. The 20-year-old featured for United during preseason but will hope for more game time during the second loan of his career. Red Devils face Arsenal competition. Manchester United face competition from Arsenal in their bid to sign Sverre Nypen from Rosenborg. The 17-year-old, dubbed the next Martin Odegaard, has scored 5 goals and made 6 assists in 19 games and now has both Premier League clubs chasing his signature. Neither can bring him to the division until he turns 18, and while United are credited with holding an interest earlier, Foosball News claims the Gunners are looking to take advantage after their rivals stopped following him as closely as they once were. The player is said to be a fan of the club, however. Speaking earlier this year, Nypen admitted it would be a dream to make the move. "It would obviously be a dream come true to play for Manchester United," he told the United Norway podcast. "I'm aware United has shown some interest. The player's focus then remained on Rosenborg, however, but I'm quite adamant that I don't want to open that door yet. I want to focus on Rosenborg, and not think too far ahead." Manchester United may have a secret weapon in their attempt to land Carney Chukwuemeka from Chelsea in the final hours of the transfer window. The Guardian claims United held talks with Chelsea over the midfielder this week, and there is potential for him to be part of the Jadon Sancho deal or a separate transfer. As it stands, however, talks between the clubs have not progressed. Sancho, meanwhile, has given the green light on a move to Stamford Bridge, and Chelsea are reported to have submitted an official bid for the winger. Fabrizio Romano confirms the proposal is for an initial loan, similar to what was offered by Juventus, though the total package is higher. Chukwuemeka, who wants to play regular football, could be reunited with Mason Mount should he join United, whom he shared the Chelsea dressing room with. Whilst on Chelsea's tour of the US last summer, Chukwuemeka was asked about Mount after he had completed his move to Old Trafford. He simply replied, "It is what it is, I miss him." Chukwuemeka's relationship with Mount could prove significant in a deal materializing. The Chelsea Academy graduate, Mount left the Blues to join United for £60 million last summer, where he signed a 5-year deal at Old Trafford. It appears Mount had been a key influence on Chukwuemeka's development at Chelsea, telling him on social media following his debut for the Blues after his move from Aston Villa, "My boy deserved," along with a heart emoji. Mount made just 20 appearances for the Reds in his debut season, mainly due to a calf injury which kept him out of action for 4 months. Mount recently returned to the sideline after sustaining a muscle injury in the defeat at Brighton last weekend. With the Premier League heading into a 2-week international break next week, the midfielder might not miss too many games for Erik ten Hag's team. Manchester United are in with a chance to sign Adrien Rabiot on a free transfer after the player's potential deal with FC Barcelona ran into major complications. While Man United were linked with Rabiot 2 summers ago, only for no deal to transpire, talk of a potential move has recently resurfaced after the French international left Juventus as a free agent. Now, it appears as if United could once again be in pole position to sign Rabiot after Barcelona stumbled into a major hurdle in their race to sign the former PSG and Juventus star. During his daily briefing this morning, Fabrizio Romano broke down the major financial challenges preventing Barca from inking a deal with Rabiot. "Let me say this about the rumors placing Adrien Rabiot at Barca, guys," Romano began. Barca had problems with La Liga when trying to sign Bajcetic on loan, and Rabiot's salary is probably X4 compared to Bajcetic. It's difficult to imagine this deal happening for that reason. It's all quiet at Barca at the moment because of La Liga and financial fair play, and as for Rabiot, he is still waiting for an opportunity. He remains available. Now, all of a sudden it appears as if United could be in with a strong chance of signing Rabiot should they decide to step in and hijack Barcelona's deal. While transfer talks surrounding Rabiot and United have quietened down in recent weeks, the People's Person relayed earlier this summer that Rabiot is keen on moving to Old Trafford. It was added that the 29-year-old was allegedly demanding wages of around €10 million a year, around £161,000 per week, which could be a workable amount depending on how much United are willing to spend on their total wage bill. Still, even with United having previously been listed as favourites to sign Rabiot, it's important that the club remains rational in its approach to Rabiot should they decide to pursue the player once again. After all, negotiations last time around between United and Rabiot broke down, with many United fans sure to recall the volatile behavior of his mother, who also happened to be acting as his agent. Negotiations aside, there's also the arrival of Manuel Ugarte to consider. With so many midfield options already at the club, United will need to consider whether Rabiot truly would be an invaluable addition to the squad. Ultimately, should United pursue Rabiot, they need to remain firm during negotiations, conveying the message that it is an honor for any player to play for such an esteemed club and that they will not bend to any player's will, no matter how big the name or ego.